Bad news for the Ethiopian government, which since uh, the end of 2023 has been running a campaign to gain sea access. It seems that prospects of gaining sea access are becoming rather dimmer with every passing day. What happened last week in a neighboring country shows that now it's going to be difficult for Ethiopia to gain sea access, the type of sea access which Ethiopia wants through this country too. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. Uh, this is the menu. So I mentioned I have a story from Amhara room border too, where armed men opened fire at a bus. Try they try to stop the bus. Driver has been killed. Details in this video. Before that, before these two stories and announcement, I have blocked all viewers on the channel now. I try to moderate the channel, and for almost 3 weeks, dozens of viewers have been blocked. But now everyone has been unblocked. If there are viewers whose comments are not visible, if they write comments and comments are not showing, contact me, send me your YouTube username, your ID to my Gmail, sajid67200, so that if there are issues, I can sort them out. Majority of comments, even after moderation, is still very critical. Though I try my best to verify each and every video, each and every piece of information, but perhaps neutral, unbiased information, it will take some time for some people to realize that what is needed is the establishment of media platforms which only share neutral information, not the information of people's choice. Anyway, all viewers unblocked. If anyone remaining, do contact me. If you want to be unblocked, if you want to remain unblocked, if you want to remain blocked, that's your choice. Now back to the videos, viewers. Back to the news stories. Firstly, Amhara, Oromia border, very dangerous area. On Oromia side of the border, several incidents have happened in the last few years, where buses were kidnapped, entire public buses were kidnapped, passengers were kidnapped, and then ransom was demanded. Uh, these areas in North Shore zone of the Oromia region are notorious for such incidents. A similar incident happened yesterday when between Gebre Guracha and Fiche, armed men tried to stop a bus by opening fire at the bus. The bus driver either tried to flee, he did not stop, or he did not see the attackers. In that attempt to flee, the bus came under attack, and bus driver was killed in the fires, in the opening of fire by the culprits. Some passengers suffered injuries, minor and major, but death of the driver is being confirmed. What's surprising is that the government has not been able to secure this area. This is the same area where kidnapping for ransom incidents happened in the past. Individuals are not kidnapped. Entire buses are stopped and kidnapped in this part of the Oromia region, Oromia Amhara border. Luckily, the criminals could not abduct the people because they were injured, so they fled. Then security forces arrived. But damage has been done. Poor driver has been killed. Now it's back to the main news story. It seems that the dream of gaining sea access for the Ethiopian government is becoming very difficult to materialize with every passing day. When Ethiopian government says sea access, it means it should have full rights on a port in a neighboring country, full rights on the corridor leading to the port too. It wants deployment of its military to the corridor and to the port. No neighboring country is agreeing to this type of sea access. Djibouti has rejected Ethiopian proposal of establishing an Ethiopian naval base in Djibouti. Somalia has made it clear that Ethiopia can use Somalia's ports for commercial bases, but Somalia won't allow the deployment of Ethiopian navy on Somali coast. Eritrea is not even willing to talk to Ethiopia on this issue. Only remaining option for Ethiopia is Somaliland. Ethiopia signed an MOU with Somaliland last year to gain this type of sea access. Ethiopia wants. After election was held in Somaliland and new president took office, Abdirahman Ero, Somaliland backed off and it did not show any interest in implementation of the MOU with Ethiopia. Now it seems that even if in future, if Somaliland government agrees to revive the MOU, it will be difficult for Somaliland government to implement the MOU. Why? What happened? This week, Somaliland called Turkish diplomats. Somaliland registered its protest with Turkish diplomats. What happened? The sea access Ethiopia wants through Somaliland will use a corridor which passes through Awdal zone of Somaliland. Awdal shares border with Djibouti, and it has a coast too. And the proposed sea access for Ethiopia is through Awdal. Somalia's federal government has been backing tribal elders and groups in Awdal. It wants tribes and people in Awdal to rise against Somaliland government. Just like Somalia's government backed SSC Khatomo. SSC Khatomo people rose against Somaliland forces, and after months of fighting between them, Somaliland military had to withdraw from SSC Khatomo controlled areas. And now SSC Khatomo has joined Somalia's federal government. So Somaliland has lost SSC Khatomo controlled areas. Now, same plan has been made by Somalia for Awdal too. It wants people of Awdal to rise, to start an armed struggle there. It wants people of Awdal to secede or to split with Somaliland and join Somalia. Almost a week ago in Mogadishu, a high-level meeting was held. It was attended by Sultan Wabir, who is a leader of Jibril Yunis sub-clan of Gada Bursi, main clan in Awdal. Wabir met with Ahmed Mualim Fiki, Somalia's defense minister. Interestingly, Turkish and Chinese diplomats were there too, reportedly. China is against recognition of Somaliland as a country. China has made it clear that US decision to recognize Somaliland as a country will be devastating. Turkey is a key partner of Somalia. Turkey is preparing to extract oil and gas from Somalia's territorial waters. Turkey is providing military support to Somalia's government. So Somalia's defense minister was accompanied by Turkish and Chinese ambassadors, and they met with the Sultan Wabir. Of course, the meeting was held to back Wabir so that Wabir could launch a struggle, armed struggle in uh, Awdal against Somaliland government. Somaliland government then summoned Turkish diplomats and Somaliland protested, saying that Turkey was interfering in Somaliland's internal matters. It seems that in Awdal, an armed conflict is set to start. It happened in the past too, but I think now Fiki-backed tribal elders in Awdal are going to start armed activities. And if Awdal is destabilized, Ethiopian dream of gaining sea access through Somaliland won't materialize. It will be difficult for Ethiopia to gain access through Somaliland if clashes start in Awdal. This is what Somalia wants. Abdurrahman Ero now will have to fight on multiple fronts. He is hoping to be recognized by the US. Recognition is going to come easy. Rather, I think he's going to face an SSC Khatomo like insurgency in Awdal in coming days. So the only option left for Ethiopia was Somaliland for sea access. Even that option now is becoming difficult to be used. Thanks for watching.